All right. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning from whichever part of the world that you are joining. Once again, a warm welcome and thank you for tuning in. This is your host, Harsh, on behalf of GDC FX. We just started a minute earlier, as my habit goes, just to give you a brief of what we are going to do. Uh, it's completely a technical real-time analysis session. We have kept it 3 days ahead of the fundamental event, most important actually, the swearing in ceremony of US President Mr. Trump. And just ahead of that, we would like to brief major market moves that could be potentially coming up in the next several trading days or weeks going forward. All right. So sit tight. And once again, thank you for tuning in. Let's get started off. If there is time, we will also touch base with more on-demand instruments from your side. If that's a general disclaimer, anything that we are discussing or going to discuss in this session, kindly take it as solely an educational purpose only, and not as a personal or any kind of encouragement to trade or take positions in any particular assets that we are going to analyze. We do not have any trading interest or in any of them that we are going to discuss. All right, let's get started then. This is absolutely your session, and please kindly feel free to let me know if you have any doubts or questions, or you want to pause. You don't agree with me, or we are absolutely open to discussion. Nothing is pre-planned, it's all real-time basis. So let's get started off. The session will go on for at least around 30 to 40 minutes. We've kept 45 just in case it extends. Normally these sessions go for 60 minutes or so. So please, let's make it all very interactive and let's enjoy. This is the Euro USD daily chart, which I'm flashing right ahead of your screens right now. And as a normal practice, what I do is to bring up the larger degree wave counts first, and then we'll go back to an hourly or a 4 hourly chart to decide or identify high potential trade setup. All right, so let's get started. Euro has confirmed, or it had confirmed actually, a five-wave rally called an impulse of at a higher degree, a minor degree, right around the July 2022 period. And right at that time, it was confirmed that the larger degree trend is up. What followed after the next 2 years was a corrective ABC decline, which I'm quickly plotting here of the similar degree. Again, a minor degree, which is which is almost complete now. All right, and one more important level from which it is bouncing right as we speak. It's actually right from 14th of January. Is the 61% Fibonacci ratio there? All right. So the channeling technique is also working. The Fibonacci ratio is hitting. The wave structure is completing. It's a neat little ABC corrective decline. You can see slight throw under on the channel. That is perfectly allowed and perfectly fine according to the wave principle. So primarily, when we talk about what is going to happen next, when most of the traders are just waiting silently of the event that is lined up on Monday, the charts are actually telling us a clear story, and that story is as follows. Normally, when you do five waves on a particular direction, that is the larger degree trend. All right. Ideally, it is followed by a three-wave corrective decline, which has taken shape in the past 2 years. Actually, wave B was an absolute complex corrective wave. But as we speak right now, and I'll bring you to the hourly chart, the next big move or the next larger degree move should ideally come on the north side, subdividing into five waves. All right, and ideally, it would be of the same magnitude of the earlier wave. I repeat, sir, ideally, it would be of the same magnitude of the initial larger degree trend. So if you count about pips, it is around 1500 points. From here as well, should be around 13 to 1500 points higher. All right, that's the larger degree story. And we always like to keep the larger degree or a bird eye view in front of us before we try and find out the actual trade setup. All right, so let's go back to an hourly chart where the action is lying right now. Okay, I'm going to zoom out a bit, zoom in a bit. So the wave structures are more clear now. What we are seeing right now on the screens are lower degree counts already in play. And the first impulse could be complete. We are waiting for the second corrective decline, wave 2, of a smaller degree, followed by a wave 3, 4, 5. So, irrespective of the fact that the market is going sideways right now in anticipation of the event, the charts are actually telling us a clear story that Euro USD is uh, that's a minute degree. Euro USD is setting up for a neat little rally, and it's not on the short term. It's just beginning to turn from from the bottom, which is covered at around 1.07 or 1.0177. Sorry. As far as the trade setups are concerned, if we allow me to bring up the Fibonacci ratio, it's already bouncing from the 50%, and maybe you would want to allow some more room around the 60% zone. So the buying zone for this particular trade could be as follows. If we define a range, that's the range where ideally bulls are expected to come back, and that's where the corrective wave also should be complete, and the risk stays at one point. That's the risk actually. The stop loss goes here. So we've got the entry somewhere around 1.024060 zone. If you're an aggressive kind of a trader, you might want to go partially long right now and then follow it up over there. But if you're a conservative trader, you might want to wait until the optimum price entry. But it's not going to make much difference because we are just around 40, 50 points away from the optimized entry. All right, so stop goes at 1.07, entry is defined, and let's define the short-term target for the first cycle. I'm taking a direct, simple Fibonacci extension, and if you observe the red lines, the red horizontal lines, those are the projected targets for Euro USD going forward. So I'm going to put wave 3 slightly higher, and then wave 4 over there, and wave 5 right up there. So the first target is around 450, the second target is around 630, and that is a probable or high potential trade setup. The first one of the session, that is Euro USD, long around 1.024060 zone, stop around 1.07, 1.0175, and targeting around 450 and 650, and that's just the beginning of the first trade cycle. All right, that's the first high potential trade setup. Let's flip the chart now to the larger dollar index. All right, as we did in the euro, let's quickly analyze the dollar chart on a daily basis. That would give us a good intention or impression of the bird eye picture. As an analyst, you would like to want to have a bird eye view before trying to step into the trade. So we've got wave 3 and then contracting triangle wave 4 and wave 5. Quickly, I'm going to flip to the larger degree, minor, and on the right hand side, we've got the corrective waves as well, neatly placed as A, B, and C. Not only that, the Fibonacci ratio is testing, it's just below the 786 mark right now. So believe it or not, everywhere outside this room and in the media, we are talking about traders are talking about dollar index hitting a fresh high uh, of the last 2.5 years, correct? And that's correct, absolutely right, that we are hitting a new high. But before or just ahead of the major event, what could be the story next? And that's well defined with high probability on the charts. All right, let's go back to the hourly chart where the action lies. What has happened from 110 is prices have dropped in a lower degree impulse wave. All right, and we would like to define it as a minute degree wave 1. I'm not going to get too much into the technical aspects. We'll straight away get into the trading aspect, high potential trade setup. I'm just flipping the trade. One of the most interesting charts that we are going to analyze in this session is the Dow Jones. And we are going to study at least a past 2 years story, which is telling a beautiful story as we are discussing right now in the dollar index as well. So wave one, there's the minute wave one. We are looking for a corrective wave two ABC up there around 109, 50, 60 zone, followed by a sharp decline, wave 4 and then wave 5. Now, if you look at the time analysis of what could happen right now, we are in the last trading day of the week. Since last 2 days, actually, since 14th of Jan, we have been calling for a sideways action in most of the instruments. And euro is going sideways, dollar index is digging sideways, just waiting for the trigger on Monday. All right. So maybe by the time the event comes, or just around the time when the event is happening, it rallies to a 61.8%, giving a strong impression that it's going towards a new high. But believe it or not, that could be a good level of resistance for the dollar index to turn lower around 109, 50, 60 mark. So for us as a technical chartist, it's a potential trade to sell around 109, 50, 60. Maybe if you're an aggressive trader, you want to go partial short right now and the remaining over there with a stop just above 110.05, and the target of the dollar index should be going, it's going to go and target one lesser degree wave 4, ladies and gents. Let me bring out the chart here. Now this is one lesser degree wave 4. If you're trading, it's good. If you're not trading, you might want to just note or keep a note of what we are discussing right now and see what happens. That gives us that would give you a lot of confidence on the potential wave counts that we are discussing right now. We are targeting, immediate target is going to be around this level, 107.75. That's what the Fibonacci is also confirming. And the next potential target is going to be around 106 level, which is wave 4 of 1 lesser degree again. So that's a beautiful story which is expected to unfold. And the trigger could be the Monday event that is coming up. And that's why precisely we've kept the session today just ahead of the major news event. All right. One of the most interesting chart setup or chart stories, and everyone loves it, is gold. We've got a message. Just a moment. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Muhammad. We are just beginning to touch base with gold. And before we before we jump into the hourly or a 4 hourly, uh, let's let's have a quick view at what the story has unfolded since the past 2 years. This is wonderful actually, and it gives us a lot of confidence to place ourselves as a trader and as an investor. So whichever category we are personally following, we know what we need to do ideally the next step. Give me a moment, please. I need to change the degree here because these five waves are not minute degree, but these five waves are of a minor degree. Now, the story in gold has evolved beautifully, and it is a classic book example of what a third wave Elliott, according to the Elliott wave, could be. I'm just taking a path here so that now wave one, you can see it subdivides into five waves. We've got that five wave subdivision, and if you want, I can subdivide in five waves so that it's very clear. Because gold, everyone likes to trade, everyone loves to trade, and most of the traders would want to know where the next larger degree move could be. So that's the theory, five waves, and then three waves lower, A, B, and C. Remember what we did in the euro and the dollar index. And the third wave is a beautiful extension as follows. That is wave one. This is wave two. Straight up there goes the third wave, fourth wave, and the fifth wave. Now, in between, the third wave over here was an extension. You can count five waves here again: one, two, three, four, and five. And normally it does not happen, but in this case it has happened. Wave 5 was also an extension. That has completed the third wave. And if we go by the Fibonacci extensions as well, you can see that the third wave was extended beyond the 161 extension of the Fibonacci as well. This is what happens when the waves are extended. They don't care about the Fibonacci ratios or retracements or counter trends. They simply go ahead. All right. So now the third wave most probably has completed, and we are looking for a fourth wave decline. Now, ideally, fourth wave would take a three wave structure or a five wave structure. Three waves if it is a flat or a zigzag, and five waves if it is a triangle. Now, the triangle option is mostly ruled out because prices are now rallying. I can flip the chart to the 4 hour. So before we flip to the 4 hour, please let's understand the larger degrees picture. Gold is in a larger degree uptrend. There is still one more leg higher left towards wave 5, and the potential target for the fifth wave, hypothetical target for the fifth wave, I am doing a corrective wave 4, and the fifth wave targets are up on your screens right now. They are pointing towards 3100 or 3200. That's the upside left in gold. So long-term traders or long-term investors would be looking for a drop, wave for corrective decline, and then take it all the way towards wave 5, towards the 3100 level. That's the big up story. But is it going to happen right now? High probable setup says no. It might not happen right now. Prices may not go to 3100 straight away because ideally the fourth wave corrective drop is incomplete and it needs to complete in a ABC fashion of one lesser degree, and that's the minute degree over here. So we've got minute wave A. We were looking for a triangle for minute wave B, but it's not going to happen as a triangle. So now we have changed our view to a flat, that is a standard flat or an expanded flat. Now, both have got small difference. If it is going to unfold as a standard flat, then prices are absolutely wanting to reverse either from here, from 27.25, or prices may go and hit that 34 mark just above the previous high and then unfold sharply lower within the five-wave structure like this. All right. If it is a standard flat, the other possibility, if prices continue to push above the 78%, that's the goal, that's the price action will decide. We cannot say anything at this point in time. Then this B wave will go towards that particular high. It will just print a new high, ideally above the previous high, and then reverse sharply. So either from 27, 30, 35, we need to see a reversal or possible reversal, or from 27, 80, 90 zone, we could see a possible reversal. All right. Now, looking at the RSI, this is very important for us. If we see a divergence around the 35 mark, the bearish divergence around the 35 mark, then 80% probable becomes 27.35 itself for a turn lower. And confirmation that bears are back in control will be on a break of 2660. That's the first uh, primary support. So if you're an aggressive kind of a trader, allow one more high around the 35 and watch out for a divergence here. All right, the RSI will not print a new high while the prices print a new high. That's a strong bearish divergence signal. You might want to enter shorts there and place your stops probably around about 27.80. All right, and then allow prices to reverse towards, we are looking towards 2500 actually. Let me draw the Fibonacci extensions as well. So that is below 2500, but I would be a bit conservative and would want to say thank you very much around the 2500 levels as well. All right. And those who are wanting to trade confirmation with a more price action confirmation, you need to allow a break below the 2660 mark and then a pullback, wave 2, lower degree wave 2 pullback, and then enter shorts with a tight stop about 2735. All right, so these two are the high potential trade setups for gold. One is an aggressive strategy, the other one is a conservative strategy. And I hope, Mr. Islam, I think this is what you were asking, and I hope the question has been answered, or we've touched base with what you wanted. All right, now the next most important story is the stock market. Please sit tight and enjoy as we. As we. Uh, Okay, I've done the wave counts, but I can bring up a fresh chart as well. And this will be very interesting to see because I'm going to spend 5 minutes on this chart. I'm going to go, let's go back 2 years. Or maybe let me clear it up all the way and let's do it again fresh. It will take around 5 minutes time for Dow Jones to before we analyze. And Ben, maybe if there are any questions, I think just a moment. Let me print this wave, and I'll take this question, sir. Okay, let's see what the question is. No problems, no problems. Thank you for your kind words, but it's the grace of God that we are doing this. Several years of practice, and okay, this is exactly wave one. Now, if we go by the story, all right, there is a potential five-wave rally complete in the Dow Jones. Okay, and why I can say this with more confidence is what we see on the right hand side after the fourth wave. That is the August fall. I think where's the August fall? Here's the August fall. All right, and a triangle terminated just ahead of that. This was a triangle. Wave 4 in the Dow Jones was a triangle. Now, I don't know if you understand the degrees, but even if you don't understand, I will make you understand in a very simple format that when we talk about wave degrees, it is like a grandson and the son, and then the father, and then the grandfather, and then the great grandfather. All right. This is how the hierarchy goes in the human cycle. The same way the hierarchy goes in the chart as well. Now, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which I have drawn, is maybe you can take it as a grandfather. Okay. That is, so the next would be maybe a father. So from here, we do five waves for the father. And I change the degree from the grandfather to a father. All right. So that means it is from the minor level to a minute level. Okay. And if you see in between, there are again five waves. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's the sun. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, we don't need to do anything crazy. We just need to change the degree from the father to son. So that's to from minute to minute. All right. That's what we need to do. So after wave 4, you can see that minute 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is getting complete. Minute 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 made minute wave 3, and that is also complete here. So around that 45,300 mark, if you kindly pay attention, the price action is terminating at so many wave 5s. See, one is the minute wave 5, that is the orange color. Then the second one is the minute, that's the Roman circle. Third is the minor, and fourth is primary. Now, if I want to do the primary, I will have to go back another 5, 10 years back. And believe it or not, it's not just the primary, it's also the cycle wave which is completing. So the story says that around 45,300 mark, price action is terminating not at one level, it is terminating at multiple degrees. I repeat, sir, it is terminating at a multiple degree. What it could imply, the story that the markets are telling us very clearly, is exactly the opposite what the sentiment is going on outside. The markets are telling that I'm probably setting up for a huge, larger degree corrective wave. Remember, 5 waves up usually follows by a corrective 3 waves down. Let's have a look at this area now. Okay, what we have seen is the past. Let's have a look at what has happened after that. If I take it on a 4-hour time frame and adjust the scale, that particular drop is nothing but wave 1 at a minute degree, sir. It's a 5 wave decline. And what we are seeing here is an ABC. So this we are looking for a minute wave 2 somewhere here, and then minute wave 3, 4, and 5 going forward on the downside. I'm going to change this from minute to minute. So now it's the father again. You understand? And in between, there are 5 waves of the minute level, which is the sun. All right. And what shape minute wave 2 is taking is an expanded flat. 3 up, 3 down, and 5 up. We can clearly subdivide this rally into 5 waves. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, maybe 4 would go a bit sideways, and 5. So the next immediate move, there might be a sideways action because wave 2 was sharp, wave 4 will be a bit sideways, and then wave 5 to complete minute. Oh, this is not minute, I beg your pardon. Minute is circle. Okay, so we are looking for a minute wave 2. Now, and let's find out the price action. The price action for minute wave 2 is supposedly around the 61.8%, around the 43,700 mark. Believe it or not, if this rally should not be ideally taken as a new bull run, in fact, this rally should be taken as a warning. It's actually a bull trap, which is going to hit a resistance around, which is most probably going to hit a resistance around 43,700 mark. And what we were seeing, what follows is a beautiful story on the downside. And here is the extension for that. Now, if I do this wave 3, I'm going to put it there, and then wave 4 up here, and wave 5 even lower, and it's going to go much, much, much lower, and you're going to be very excited to see what, if it goes according to the theory and it goes according to the plan, the next decline is going to take out this particular low, this particular low. Wave 4 of 1 lesser degree. You see, when the triangle terminated, that low, wave 4, this is where the target, the first potential target could go. You might want to note it around 38,000 mark. It might be looking crazy, but we are analysts, sir. We forecast. We try to forecast a high probability trade, and that's why we are here. And the second, if it doesn't stop at the end of the triangle, it has got the potential to go towards the beginning of the triangle, which is right around the Fibonacci mark, around the 37,000. So we are matching out the Fibonacci, and we are matching out with the previous wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, and also the triangle initiation. All right. And I'm sure, 100% sure, everyone in this room must have heard about the most conventional technique to trade is the head and shoulder. Elliott wave is no alien to head and shoulder as well. All right, that is the head. This is the left shoulder. We are looking for a right shoulder to print somewhere here. And if we have done what we have done is correct, then a high probable setup for the Dow Jones is on the south side. Probably these are the targets. Before the targets, let's finalize the potential entry. The potential entry comes around 43,700, 44,000 mark. The stop loss ideally would go just above that high. Remember, it's just 1% risk on the value of Dow Jones. Maybe you can put it around 46,000 or 45,700 or something. All right, and the extensions are pointing towards 40,000 initially, followed by 30,000, the next target. That's the story which is unfolding in the Dow Jones. Believe it or not, this is not the end. This is the father five waves. So when the father five wave will complete, the grandfather wave one will be in place, and then there would be wave two rally and then decline. So if you believe the wave story, then the equity markets, the Dow Jones, the SPX, the Nasdaq, they are all setting up nicely for a nosedive, possibly. Ideally, prices should stay below 45,300 mark. So that's a five wave down followed by three wave up story. Should be ideally followed by five wave down. All right. So that was the most important story which we wanted to discuss. One last chart which I personally really like about is the volatility index. I don't know if you guys follow or not, but the volatility index is against the SPX. It's measured against the SPX. And if you look at the bottom, this VIX already bottomed in July 2024. All right. So new highs were printed in the stock markets after that. But look at that. VIX stayed above. That is a great divergence scenario here. So if you want to go and print the counts here, it could be a larger degree wave A, or I would go and print wave 1, wave 2, and wave 3 is going to go up there beyond wave 1, 3, 4, and 5. And what we are seeing further is the sun now, possibly wave 2, and then 3, 4, and 5. And the degree here is going to be minute. All right. From minute, we flip to minute, and that's it. So the second wave is being carved out, maybe a few more sideways action. See, when you see the three-wave structure, ABC, ABC, these are all sideways. They overlap each other. The sideways actions are always like that. So maybe a couple of more three waves could be seen forming a triangle wave too. But then ideally, if prices stay above that minute wave two, then the VIX is heading north, sir, like that. So all in all, what the charts are telling us a story, all in all, is that the dollar index is more or less wanting to carve a top, or it has already carved a top around the 110 mark. All right. And if that is correctly identified by what we did right now, then broadly, broad based, not just the dollar index, if you are trading crosses, let's say pound, GBP, USD, or let's say USD, JPY, broadly, dollar is expected to weaken with high probability. And the others, when you say about euros and pounds, so all other risk assets currencies or risk asset classes, except the stock market, are they are expected to have bottomed out and are expected to rally from here on. That's what is the general perception, what the charts are telling us a story right now. All right. So I think we are just about on time. If you have any questions now or anything else, we are open. Please go ahead, sir. If you do have any questions, most traders also like to see where the Bitcoin is heading. Okay, I can pick up one last story. If there is any questions, you might be typing or whatever. But Bitcoin is also just one high away, possibly. That is wave one, wave two, wave three, beautiful wave four, and wave five. Now, wave five is one more wave away. I'm just flipping the degree from minute to minor. And let's zoom in. So now we know that's the grandfather. Now comes the father. Just change the degree from minor to minute. Most traders have conceptualized in their mind that Elliott waves are really complex, they are very subjective, and whatnot. But I tell you, in reality, it's the most objective tool that a trader can find out. It gives you the most objectivity when it comes, and objectivity is what is required to trade with confidence. To get the human emotion out, we need to have that objectivity. Now, minute wave one, Mr. Tahir, Elliott waves work not only on the higher time frames, it's a fractal nature. I'll take one minute to explain what the question is. Elliott wave theory is a fractal theory. So the principle which says five up followed by three down is and five up is seen on every time frame. We analyze on a daily chart, we analyze on a 4 hour for gold, we analyze on an hourly chart for euro and the dollar index. The same principle applies everywhere, only the degree changes. You open a 5 minute chart, you will see the same pattern. You open a minute chart, you will see a same pattern. The only thing is you need to identify which pattern is occurring and where it is occurring and where you are in that 5 wave cycle or a 3 wave cycle. And there you are, the trading with confidence. All right. I hope I've answered the question. It's a fractal nature. And we've also started a theory session for technical analysis. It starts from basic, goes through the Elliott wave principle. I will post the theory link as well. For those who are interested, please join and also recommend to others to join. Now, before we conclude or before we come to an end, the fifth wave in Bitcoin is underway, sir. And after the father comes the son. That's a minute wave one, minute wave two, three, four, five. This is what is happening, Ron. Let me bring up the target first on the daily chart. The target for Bitcoin. One more upside to the Bitcoin can possibly get us to a new high, triggering around 113 and 125. 113 and 125. I can hear some noise. If anyone has the speakers on, you might want to mute them unless you want to ask a question verbally, please. So that is what the targets are showing for the last wave. And this wave is again expected to go in five waves, possibly. Like we've had the wave one, we can have a wave two decline, and wave three, wave four, and wave five, and that's the sun. Okay, so you got the father, grandfather, you got the father, and now the son is working towards 125. I think 115 should be good enough resistance for base to come back and controlling the Bitcoin. All right, sir. I think I'm done from my side. If there is any questions, there are any question or anything you want to know, please let me know. And there is okay. This is a link for the English educational series, which we have just started, and I would like to humbly invite all of you, and even more, if you want to spread the word, that will always help us. Can You can join in here. One registration will register for entire 10 series, and it's on every Tuesday. We are having live sessions on every Friday, 4 p.m. Dubai time. And believe it or not, we are going to take the live sessions across the year for 50 sessions. And those who have I see that all of you have already registered. You need not register any further. You have already registered for all the 50 sessions. Only thing is you just bookmark today's link on your browser. Please kindly bookmark today's joining link on the browser and you should be good. Yeah, at this moment, we have already recommended earlier, but at this point, wait for a corrective decline, Mr. Ali. Please wait for a corrective decline uh, for Bitcoin to enter with a potential stop loss uh, around the 90. Wait for a decline. So I'll give you a tentative around 97,000, 96, 97,000 could be a potential good entry point for Bitcoin. Ideal stop would go around 89, just below that 89 low 2 days back, and then you can extend it towards 110 and 115, possibly 125 as well. But please, 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 one humble request. Bitcoin might be into the last leg rally, that is the fifth wave of a minute, fifth wave of minute, and fifth wave of a minor wave. So three different degrees are matching. So please don't go on and on and on. All right. Please have your stop losses. Maybe you can trail your stop loss. Mr. Islam, yes, we are planning a Telegram. We do have a Telegram channel. We are planning to fill it actively with trade setups, daily video content, articles, and more. Kindly stay tuned, and I will update on in these sessions and in the live sessions and more. And if you have your feedbacks to give, okay, there is a question again. Jaideep, I will share the Telegram link in a session or two. We've got to make it active first, and once we start putting the content more, I will be more happy to share the Telegram link because I'm here to interact daily basis with all the traders. So the Telegram channel will come up on the website as well for you to join. Uh, yeah, yeah, Mr. Ali, that's very much possible. That is very much possible. As you said, the president-elect favors cryptos, so it is very much possible that it might go above 125 as well. That's a fundamental view. But we are being a technical person. What we see on the chart, what we say or what we communicate. There's no personal interest. The charts are telling us a story that Bitcoin might be into its last leg towards 125. And from there, high probability remains for a larger degree corrective decline, but that doesn't mean that it's going to take a downtrend. It's a corrective decline which Bitcoin can take and then again resume the rally. Actually, the uptrend for Bitcoin, if you are a long term investor, is much, much, much higher than 125. 125 is the short term target that we are pointing out. And we are going to meet each Friday, 4 p.m. Dubai. If the demand is there, we will increase it to every single day, 4 p.m. Dubai. We need to hear from your side now, and I'll be more than happy to come every single day and conduct a live trading session. So we are going to have telegrams, we are going to have daily videos, we are going to have live trading sessions, articles, and many, many more things to come in the next quarter. So please kindly stay tuned. And one last thing, please kindly note the email as well, harsh.jappi@gtcfx.com, and kindly send in your feedback. Mr. Ali, at this point in time, we have yet to populate the Telegram. And once it happens, in these live sessions, we will share the Telegram link for all of you to join. And we want everyone to join the Telegram channel as soon as possible. So kindly wait for one more live session. We are I'm in the process to activate the Telegram channel with the content. I need to start posting content for the Telegram channel, and we will soon have it active, sir. Yes, I'm only humbly requesting you, if you like the session, kindly send in your feedbacks. Kindly send in if you want anything more, if you want more such sessions. We are here to do every day one live session if the demand is there. But every Friday, we are meeting for the entire year until December 26, 2025. Until December 6, 2025. And kindly also help spread the word among yourselves, among your colleagues, if you're the sales team or the business development or executive director or business development director, then kindly invite your traders and partners. It is for the traders' engagement and constant activity that we want to endeavor ourselves for 2025. Rishi, I'm sorry, bro. Uh, uh, no, sorry, brother. Uh, Hindi, we are more inclined. I would love to do a Hindi session exclusively. Just send an email. As I said, demand from your side is command for me. Demand from your side is command for me. We'll do that. Do we have strong correlation between US 30 and Bitcoin? Oh yes, Mr. Ali. There, this is again a fundamental question, but there is a correlation. The correlation is between, uh, they both fall under risk assets. They both fall, both Bitcoin and the stocks or the Dow Jones, they fall under the category of risk assets, and that's how the correlation is there. But sometimes it doesn't work. Always it doesn't work. Like if you look at gold chart, gold has gone crazy against, I mean, the dollar was rallying and the gold was rallying again. It doesn't normally happen. Everyone, you are all very respected, sir. I'm a very humble person. I'm a servant. I consider myself to be a servant of yours, and it is my duty to share accumulated knowledge of past 15 years, and let's have a great time together 2025. Yes, please. As Rishi says, I would love to do one exclusive session in English and one exclusive session in Hindi. As I said, your demand is a command for me. If you have any other questions, please let me know. But I thank you, Mr. Ali. I think we've answered all your questions nice and good. If you have any other questions, kindly let me know. And yeah, please help spread the word for the live sessions, English education, Hindi education, and we are coming with more technical content for sure. kindly watch out for the website and other updates. Once again, let's bring the current session to a pause. For the live session, I will be 4 p.m. Dubai next Friday with you. For the English session, I'll be Tuesday 4 p.m. with you. For the Hindi sessions, I'll be Thursday 4 p.m. with you. I believe, sir, the trading style changes. Thank you so much. Don't you know other language except Hindi, English? For example, Germany. Oh, Germany. German, I cannot speak, sir. Mainly, I speak regional languages in India, but German, I'm afraid I'm not knowing, but maybe I'll try to learn, but it'll take some time, Mr. Ali. But I think Germans would definitely follow English, and they would love to have an English session if you're promoting in Germany as well. I can do Hindi, English, Tamil very fluently. A bit of Marathi, a bit of Bengali as well. So once again, a humble thank you to all of you and taking the time out to enter the session. A humble thank you to all of you once again. Please take care and God bless. Have a blessed weekend. Goodbye. Thank you, Elan. Thank you, Mohammed ji. Thank you very much. Vinay Kumar Are Shukla ji, how are you, sir? Thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Islam. Normally, I stay until all you guys depart. At the session we'll hold on Fridays in a regular. Yes, sir. Every Friday, Mr. Ali. Every Friday until December 26, 2025. Every Friday until December 6, 2025. I have given you the link. You can share among your traders, among your clients, among your partners, among your colleagues. All of them are welcome, sir. Please. And if the demand is there from your side, we will do one live session every single day. I repeat, one live session every single day. Thank you, Shuklaji. Thank you, Mr. Tahir. Javed ji, thank you. Mohammed ji, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Humaira, as well. You were the first one to join today. Yes, it is at a definite clock, the same time as today, 4 p.m. Dubai time. 4 p.m. Dubai time. Please check your clocks. According to the 4 p.m. Dubai time, we will meet every single day. I normally come 15 minutes earlier. We are also live streaming on YouTube. On GDCFX channel, we are also live streaming. The same session is being live streaming as we speak right now. Thank you, Srishti. Oh, Srishti, you are here. Thank you so much. And sorry for the past session.
Beijo, bem.
I still see that we're having attendees here, but I'll pause the recording and all right, I'm ending the session now. Thank you very much, everyone, and we look forward to seeing the next Friday live session, also the training and other things. All right, goodbye.